promised Tyler we would talk about piss or ottomans.
How about a little piss?
Rick, why is there a man shooting piss on our front lawn?
I'm sure he'll tell you.
I am Pissmaster.
Get mugged, I'm addicted to rizzing. Baby Gronk told me that I got mad riz. Goon with me, join the Sigma Nation. Riz and Unk, show him how big your Drake is. Be Gronk for Sigma that we gel for.
UConn couldn't hit their threes, and that's kind of how it went. So this, yeah, like I said, this Masters tournament caps off the perfect just month of sports. Baseball's already in full swing, and I'm already fucking pissed off. The Mets are on a 3-game losing streak because, of course, they are. Well, who are they playing, Brett? They got to be playing the Dodgers and the Yankees, right? No, they're playing the fucking Diamondbacks and the A's. Like, are you kidding me? I don't want to get into it. I don't want to talk about baseball. I don't want to get mad. It's only April. But it is making me mad. Like, I just want to watch baseball and enjoy it, but they're making it so hard to enjoy it. Because last night we were down 1-0 until the 9th inning, and all of a sudden we're down 4-0. So that 1-0 lead we're holding on to doesn't matter. And yesterday, Nolan McClain throws a fucking absolute gem. Absolute gem, doesn't give up a run over 6 innings, and all of a sudden the bullpen comes in and implodes at 7-1 before I look back up at the TV. It's like I just don't know how to enjoy baseball anymore. It's just not fun. It's not a fun experience. So don't worry, though. Craig Kimbrell on his way. So that's going to be saved. That's nice. And that's kind of just how it goes, I guess. I don't want to talk about baseball, but I mean, Juan Soto being out really kind of hurt my feelings. Hopefully he's fine. He'll be out another couple of weeks probably. I haven't even – what are the fucking stats? I don't want to talk about baseball, but I'm going to look at the stats. Because I think it's important to kind of know where you're going, know where you're coming from, but I don't want to talk about baseball. I just want to make sure that's clear, that's crystal clear. All right. Lou Bob, killing it, batting 326. I like that. Francisco Alvarez batting 228, and then it gets way worse. My God. Francisco Lindor batting abysmal 164. That's our quote-unquote captain, guys. That's incredible. Oh, man. Maybe Carson Bench does need to be sent down. Maybe he just the lights are too bright for him. He's 5 for 40 so far this season. He has walked 5 times at least, but 13 strikeouts. Doesn't lead the team. Bo Bichette does that. Quote-unquote professional hitter. 524 OPS for Bo Bichette. That's not good. No home runs, 6 RBIs. Yeah. It's early. I don't want to talk about baseball, but it's still early. I'm actually curious to see how the rest of the league is doing. I have not been paying attention to much of it. Like these solo shows are basically a chance for me to look at, just get caught up and just talk about the things I'm seeing for the first time all week. So this headline on ESPN that I'm seeing, Cal Raleigh, breaking down Cal Raleigh's first 55 plate appearances in 2026 and what's gone wrong for the Mariners. I said, haven't been watching the Mariners, but that doesn't sound good. Usually they're not, breaking down your first 55 plate appearances if you're doing well. Jeff McNeil returns to New York yesterday. Special homecoming, he says. I wish you luck, Jeff. Thanks for being a Met, but thank God you're gone. I couldn't do it with you anymore. I'm not really seeing any major headlines here. Max Muncy has a 3-home run night for the Dodgers last night. That's cool, I guess. Oh, Ichiro statue breaking was kind of funny. I did see that. And so from what I've been reading about the Mariners for over the past 30 seconds, that's not good. The bat broke for the Ichiro Suzuki statue. That's kind of indicative of what's been going on for them, I guess. Sheesh. Ichiro statue unveiling at T-Mobile Park marred by broken bat. From what I understand, it has been fixed, though. I can't confirm, but I did see someone placing it back to where it was supposed to be, so I don't know. What else is going on? No, a bunch of Twitter stuff. Been covering the Artemis 2, obviously, Splashdown all night last night. That was kind of a wild night. My show goes on air at 10. Splashdown at 8, trying to, and it's all happening like as we're going to the show. So it's tough kind of writing it, trying to stay as up to date as possible, but also producing it and, having the latest footage in too. So it's definitely a lot to juggle. Basically how that works for me, if anyone's curious, is like, I try to have everything, all my scripts written, all my segments produced by 9:30. So that way, when we go to air at 10, everything's ready to go. Everyone can get it coded, make sure it looks good on air. Well, with stories like that, when they're happening now, I wait to the last possible minute to start writing it. So I think yesterday I started writing it about 9:10 last night. So about 20-30 minutes to write it, and then I have to find video for it, segment it out, basically produce the hit, find sound. All that happens within the next 10 minutes after that. So about 9:45, I'm getting up to the booth, finish with it, and then. But it's tough because things are going on as we sit there and get ready for the show. So what was cool an hour ago, them splashing down and then finally getting the hatch open, was quickly replaced by them being taken away, whisked away in a helicopter and being taken to the I can't remember the name of the ship they were taken to, but being taken to the naval ship for medical evaluations. And then we had a NASA live, press conference that, we kept taking and going to. And it was one of those things where it was a hectic night. And, I pushed the limits a lot more than for guys in the booth, they work incredibly hard, and I can make their lives difficult sometimes, but I definitely made their lives difficult yesterday with a lot of last second changes, a lot of, stuff that we kind of tweaked as we were on air. But everybody handled it in stride. Everything went really, really well, and very, very proud of the product we put out last night. It's kind of one of those, moments that, that's why you kind of do the adrenaline rush you get, whenever you get, something on air, breaking news on air. And then it wasn't just that, because, I was also covering, the Eric Swalwell, and allegations that came out last night. He posted something like literally 3 minutes before we went on air, and I was able to just kind of use we have this certain feature that we have that we can use on our show, and I was usually it doesn't usually happen that fast, but I was just able to make it happen that fast and get it on air, and that was a big win for me. So yeah, good night and all. Honestly, not just for me, but for the whole team. Everyone worked their ass off. Usually Fridays are pretty slow for news, but yesterday there was a lot going on, and very, very happy with how we covered everything. As far as looking ahead, I don't know. I can't give you guys much about the Masters. I can't give you guys much. I know Rory's beating ass. I have to assume that he's my front runner. I think Max Homa's doing well. Big Max Homa guy. I like Max Homa. Let me see where we're at. Let me see the full leaderboard, please. Homa tied for 16th. He'll tee off about 2 hours from now. Brooks Koepka tied for 13th. So yeah, so the boys are buzzing. Rory, yeah, 12 under, 6 strokes up is crazy. Shot a 65 yesterday. Good for him. Patrick Reed and Sam Burns are both second and third. We'll tie for second, but yeah, I'm not going to make this a long one because I do have more. I have another job to get to, but I just want to hop on, say hello to everybody, talk about things. As my computer seems like it's frozen, so that's nice. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know this is kind of a quickie, but fast and dirty. That's how we like it. I'm going to not waste anybody else's time because I don't really have any pressing matters I want to talk about right now. Nothing's really popped into my head all week to where I've been like, I got to get on the podcast and talk about this. It's been a pretty important week, pretty busy week, but things are churning. Good luck to everybody in the Masters. Like I said, I can't wait, guys. If you're doing anything this weekend, it's gonna be nice. What's the weather here? 65 degrees today. I'm gonna go work out here in a second. Just take a moment, sit there and just listen, just hang out, not do anything, just relax, watch the Masters. It's kind of one of those things where it's like a nice breath of fresh air, with everything that's going on. So please enjoy yourselves, enjoy your weekend, be safe, be careful. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for commenting, subscribing, liking, whatever. I know Brandon Shanahan works really hard to keep his channel running, so anything you do to make his life easier would be awesome. But again, love you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.
Big man blast stories, 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 big man blast stories.